Hi traders, hope you're doing well. Welcome to my video on the Currency Strength EA. This is another free expert advisor that I've developed for the MT4 and MT5 trading platforms. Please help yourself to a copy by using a link in the description below. In this video, I'm just going to run through how the EA works, the various settings and the ways in which you can implement it within your own trading strategy. So as I said, the EA is available for MT4, MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5. Here I have the MT4 platform with the currency strength indicator loaded on my chart. And the strategy tester window with the currency strength EA selected. We've got the euro dollar symbol selected. For the model, open prices only. We can use open prices only just to do some rough testing, but you'd want to switch over to every tick testing when trying to fine tune settings, as these include intrabar prices, which can make a significant difference on results. You can test on any dates. So here I've got the past year selected, any time frame, chosen the 4-hour chart. You can use any, depending whether you're scalping, swing trading, day trading. Spread, got the current spread selected. Just beware if you are testing on the weekend, the current spread tends to be higher than usual, so you'd want to adjust that to something more realistic. Okay, so with the currency strength VA, we're trading the strength of one currency against the strength or weakness of another. Okay, so we're looking to capitalize on strong currencies and weak currencies depending on the direction in which we are trading. You can use this on any trading instrument, so you can use on currency pairs, primarily major, minor, and exotics. If you go to the expert properties, I'm just going to run through some of the various settings now, which you can customize according to your own needs. So the expert name, you can change this to anything you like. This is what's displayed in the account history. Pop-up alerts, if you set this to true, you'll get a pop-up alert when there is a trading signal. So perhaps you're simultaneously tracking multiple charts. You can, for example, have the EA running on 20 charts and get an alert, pound dollar, 1 hour chart buy signal. It's just handy. It stops you from having to manually scan all the charts for signals. Email alerts is the same. However, you'll receive the alerts via email, which is handy if you're not at your machine. Perhaps you're out and about, you're on the sofa, and you just want to get an alert when it's time to fire up your platform and look for a potential trading opportunity. SMS alerts is the same. You just get the alert via SMS, which you will need to configure in the MT4 or MT5 platform. So use trading. So if you want the EA to be able to place and manage trades for you, you can have use trading set to true, along with the trade direction you'd like to trading, long or short or both, which you can also configure from the testing tab positions as well. You can combine use trading with alerts, so you can have use trading set to true, email alert set to true, and when there's a trade placed, you'll receive an email alert, and then you can check the trade and manage it accordingly from there. Okay, just make sure if you are using the trading option, you've chosen suitable settings depending on your own needs, your own preferences, and of course always demo trade to begin with. Days filter, so this is the days of the week that the EA can send signals. Hours filter, these are the hours. You can, perhaps you want to just trade the London and New York sessions, the Sydney or Tokyo sessions. You can just choose the hours accordingly there. Magic number, buy and sell. So these are the order IDs that are sent with the trades, 1 for a buy and 2 for a sell by default. This is handy if you're running other expert advisors on the same chart and you don't want them to clash with each other. Broker settings, so here we have the maximum spread and maximum slippage. The value is done in pips. This will prevent the EA from sending signals or placing trades if the spread or slippage is greater than these values. It's to help avoid unfavorable market conditions. So the money management section, open orders limit, as the name suggests, is the maximum number of open buy and or sell trades at any time. Lots, so this is the position size for each trade. Keep in mind that the EA will use the lots you set in the lots field if you have user risk set to false. If you have user risk set to true, the EA will calculate the lot size depending on what you put in the risk percent field here, 2% by default. Of course, always adjust these to something that you feel comfortable with, as everybody is different in that respect. Stop loss and take profit, self-explanatory. Personally, I'm not a fan of hard levels when it comes to stop loss and take profit. I would always have a hard stop just in case the market moves unexpectedly. And And I'd argue not even to have a take profit, simply because if we go to a chart and we look at a scenario like this one, say we were in this uptrend here, I'm not going to be looking to, let's just say we entered on, see the cross there, okay, and we entered, price is moving away from support, uptrend, okay, we have a breakout of this resistance level here. You can see from the big breakout bars, got bullish candlestick patterns, a lot of bullish indicators there, wedge pattern breakout, also got a W chart pattern as well. So lots of signals there for a bullish trade. If you had 100 pip take profit, you would have been taken out here, which as you can see is way too early. You can of course re-enter, okay, on the breakout on the way up there, if you like. However, the more that you re-enter, the higher the chance you are of your chances are of getting the trade wrong. The more you got to pay in spread, broker spreads, commissions, slippage. So if you didn't have a take profit set, we could always have just moved the stop loss below the low here. First instance, we would have moved it from, on this breakout, we would have had it below here. So that's around 100 pips. This is a daily chart. And then as price moved up, we could have put it below the low here, below the low here, below the low here, below the low here, below the low here. We could have rode this trend almost to the top, which is over 1,000 pips. So that's a lot better than 100 pips, okay? That's my personal preference. You can, of course, use fixed take profit levels if you prefer. Okay, close opposite signal. If you set this to true, when there's opposite signal, the EA will close and open trade in the opposite direction. Break even and trailer stop. So if you use break even to true, when the price reaches this point in pips, the stop loss is moved to break even. If you use trail is set to true, you can trail the current price by this distance, which is again in pips. Close percent, you can close a percentage of the order each time the trailing gap distance is reached until minimum lot closed is what's left. So if you have 0.2 lots left, the EA will stop closing the position. So you can choose to trade regular or inverse, depending on your preferences and the currencies that you're trading, and the strength deviation as well. You can amend there to be more sensitive, conservative. Okay, so those are the settings. What you can also do is optimize. So you may know already, but an optimization is when you combine settings and see which different results they may have produced based on historical data. Okay, so to do that, we just select all of the settings we wish to test. Make sure we've got use trading set to true. We don't need alerts because we're just back testing. We'll leave days and hours default. What we will do is we'll trade one standard lot. For the stop loss, we'll test the stop loss of, well, we're going to optimize on the 4-hour chart. So I'd say 25 going up at 25 and we'll stop at 100. So what that will do is that will test the stop loss of 25 pips, 50 pips, 75 pips, and 100 pips, because we're starting at 25. We're going up in 25 increments and we're stopping at 100. Take profit, we'll optimize 0, we'll go up in 100s and we'll stop at 500. Close opposite signal, we'll optimize that, true or false. Break even, true or false. Break even point, I think we'll go 50, 50 to 100. Trailing gap, we'll do 50, 50 to 100 as well. True or false. Close percent, so we'll say either 0, 25 and stop at 75, and for the minimum lot to close 0.25. We'll go up in 0.25 and we'll stop at 1.25, in which case none would be closed. Entry type, so we'll test regular or inverse, and for the strength deviation, let's go 10, 10, 50. Okay, so those are all the settings we're going to optimize. If you go to the optimization tab, you can filter results by any of these if you wish. Perhaps maximal drawdown you want at 20 or whatever figure you put in here, you can select that, and you'll only get results that meet those requirements. For me, I leave these all unchecked just because I want to see what works and what doesn't, both good and bad results. Under the testing tab, choose your deposit to test with, count currency, trade direction, and the parameter that you want to optimize for, which I always leave on balance. This genetic algorithm option, if you have this unchecked, strategy tester will do every single possible combination of settings, which can take an age depending on how much data you're testing on, the time frame, power of your machine, and how many settings you're optimizing. I always leave it checked. I think the strategy tester does a good job of throwing away results that it deems would not produce yield good results. So click OK, click optimization, and then we can click start. So we're on the euro dollar open prices only 4-hour charts using the current spread, and we're just going to let that run, and then we will come back and see the results shortly. Okay, so I've let the optimization run a little bit longer. It's taken a long time. Basically, this is because the currency strength EA does have to reference other currency pairs to get the strength of them, which is logical. Okay, if we go to optimization results, we can see the results coming in, which show the different settings that we were optimizing and the results that they produced. Keep in mind, this is all based on historical data. Okay, so it's only what happened in the past and no guarantee of what will happen moving forward in the future. It's also worth mentioning that curve fitting or over optimization is easily done. This is basically when you take as many settings as possible, do all kinds of combinations till you find something that works. And this can give you the idea that perhaps you found a sound strategy, but really you've just found settings that work for that particular data set. You'll often find that if you change the data set, perhaps you change the time frame, the dates, the instrument, that the results are completely different. So I always would say EAs are best used in a semi-automated manner where you do put some effort into doing analysis such as we did earlier. Okay, looking for support, resistance, watching price action, then using the EA as a tool to help you time your entry or just to alert you when is the time to start looking for a trade. And of course can help you manage your position as well, rather than just blindly taking every single opportunity the strategy may present. Okay, obviously good trading discipline, good money management, controlled emotions, all matter within a successful trading strategy. So another thing as well, the MT4 strategy tester is limited to 90% modeling quality by default. Okay, you can get 99% modeling quality when you implement a third-party software, which allows you to test with real tick data, variable spreads, slippage and commissions included. The MT5 strategy tester does have these things implemented by default, so it's a lot better really. However, you're still testing over historical data. No matter what software you're using for back testing, you cannot test, cannot forward test. You can do a walk forward analysis, which is basically where you test up to say a year ago and then let the follow that remaining year just be tested without optimization. However, still at the end of the day, in my opinion, it's all backtesting based on previous data and never a guarantee of what will happen moving forward. Granted, you can find some good results, some good combinations of settings, and this is usually when you find settings that work on multiple currency pairs, multiple time frames. It tends to give you an idea, okay, maybe this is a solid strategy, but so this is still running, got quite a way to go. I'm not going to waffle on for 2 hours and 40 minutes, so what I will do is I'll just sort by the highest profit. Okay, and then I'll stop. There may be better results coming in, but we'll just go with the top or the second. You double click it, and what that does is it loads those particular settings into the inputs, which you can save here or load here. Okay, then you run, click start to run, and this will basically run the individual settings that we have selected. So just give that a chance to load the data. As I said, being a currency strength EA, it does take longer than many other EAs because of the data that it has to gather to analyze the currency strengths. It's completely normal. So eventually data comes through. Okay, that's the graph. Not the best in the world, but we did cut the optimization early. We probably could have found something better. Let's try the second one. So you double click that, click start again, and we can run that individual test. Okay, similar, not fantastic, not terrible. But what we've done, as I said, is over optimize. So if we go back further 1, 2 years and we use the exact same settings, let's see what happens. Because we have obviously only optimized for the past year. So if we run the same settings for the past 3 years, you can see that the chart is not so great. And that's because, as I said, we over optimized or we curve fit to the data that we were using. And you can optimize again for this time period. You can go back again, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. You can optimize 20 years of data if you wish. Still, you're going to end up over optimizing or curve fitting to the data, okay? Which is not necessarily a sign of a good trading strategy. That being said, if you look at the settings that I actually chose, you can sort of perhaps get some idea of what works and what doesn't, and then implement it into your own manual, semi-automated trading strategy. So as I said, Currency Strength EA available for MT4 and MT5 trades based on strong or weak currencies, and can be a good way to generate signals, provided you're willing to put a bit of effort into determining the trade direction, the trend that you want to trade in. So in this instance, we were buying low, which is always good. And then we can use the EA to send us alerts, either this cross here, perhaps even here you could have taken it. Okay, you maybe didn't want to buy that high, you would have preferred to get it down here, but you can always wait for another opportunity in the opposite direction. Okay, so hopefully you found something useful in this video. As I said, help yourself to a copy using the link in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care.